That's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Oh.
Each week, we play a game, a chapter, or a segment, or a timed interval of that game, and then we talk about it.
Yes.
And you can also join us and
Yes.
talk about this game. You can play along with us. It is a game club after all. You can join the Discord down below. If you look down below in the description, there's a link to the Purple Room Studios Discord, which is, of course, where we are recording this lovely podcast. And if you're watching live, you know why it's called the Purple Room. And this week, we started a new game called System Shock. It is an old game. It is a remake.
I'm doing air quotes.
He's doing air quotes as hard as he possibly can.
Yep.
And this game is an old school game, and it plays like an old school game.
Yes, ma'am.
And it feels like an old school game.
This is part of the Mikey T origin story, right?
Yes, kind of. Yeah, this is the first ever Shock game in the Shock series.
But it's also like one of your like foundation games.
Yeah, kind of.
Like a game that you played as a youth.
Yes.
Held in high esteem and regard.
Yes.
Would consider one of your favorites.
Yes. Even though I never finished it and I don't remember much about it.
But that's, you know what? I would say back in the day, when did System Shock come out?
Like
originally
80 something? I don't know. Not 80.
But like think about how old you were when it came out. Like 12, 13 maybe.
The formative years for sure.
And I don't know. It's also at the beginning of your gaming career, so you don't have like all the knowledge that you would know nowadays. So when I think back to be like, I never beat that game when I was a kid, it's like, well, yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like
94.
Okay, so 15, 14, something like that.
Yeah.
Still pretty young. I mean, I think back to when I would play games that age and it'd be like, wow, I did some dumbass shit back then.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't know any better.
And it's funny too, because I never owned the game.
Yep.
But I played it in this very house.
Upstairs
in my, what is known as my bedroom now.
Yes.
And I played it with my landlord.
Yes. And yeah, System Shock, the spiritual prequel to BioShock.
Yep.
I mean, System Shock 2 is more the spiritual prequel to BioShock than System Shock 1.
Yeah.
But you can tell where a lot of BioShock got cues from System Shock.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a remake, not a remaster, it's a remake. But it sort of still keeps with the sort of like old school look.
Oh yeah.
Like the graphics are good, but they're also like not that good.
No, they're very pixel art.
Yeah, they almost have a voxely look to them.
Yeah.
A little bit. Looks good. The sounds are good. The music is really good.
Music's amazing.
But this is a 1994 game, so the story is kind of like
They don't give you anything about the story. You're essentially a hacker. You're hacking this main corporation, because you're a hacker. That's what you do, and you're trying to get all this information and mods and stuff because it's basically a cyberpunk style universe. Yeah. And the game opens and you're like in your apartment, hacking.
Yeah, we're like Neo.
Yeah, like Neo. And caught. The police showed up and bust you.
Yeah,
but it's not actually the police. It's the company that you're trying to hack.
And they're like, hey. You're in trouble, but you know what you can do for us? You can take the AI limiter off of our station AI. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, just do that for us, and we'll give you all these upgraded mods free of charge.
Yeah. So the AI is what, Shodan?
Shodan, yep. And
of course we're stupid, and we're like, yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't turn out to be too good.
It doesn't turn out to be too good. So the... wandering around the apartment, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, you see like the game box or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see the System Shock box. And I was like, ooh, Inception. You can go in the bathroom. We have no shower.
No showers.
It's all like whores baths in this universe.
Yep.
There's a little bird that's drinking. There's a lot of cool things to look at for sure. Look out the window, you see the rest of the Cyber City or whatever. But when they bust into a rescue and they're like, whatever, put your hands up, don't move or whatever, and I flip them off. I'm like, what am I, Duke Nukem? It's very weird when I flip them off.
Yeah. You're a hacker. You're counterculture, you know.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
it was
you're there to
it was also funny when we were like, I got to get down to hacking, and the guy's got his fingerless gloves. He's like cracking his knuckles, like, here we go, time to hack.
Time to hack the mainframe. Look at this Linux shell.
Yeah, but the game is very much old school. Like,
yes.
Very much old school. Whereas, like, in a modern game, it would be like,
go here, do this. This is your objective.
But even like starting at the basics of interacting with stuff.
Yes.
Everything is right click.
Which is weird.
I'm running around the apartment, I'm hitting F on everything. Nothing's happening, and then I finally go to the bathroom door and it's like right click, and I was like, oh, right click? Okay, whatever. And then you get into the actual med bay level where you have to do your thing, and there's just junk everywhere.
Yeah.
But it literally is junk.
It's literal junk.
You
can pick it all up.
There's very few items that are actually of value.
Uh-huh.
And in a modern game, it would be like, it's sitting on the shelf, and you can either right-click to pick it up or hold F to vaporize.
Yeah.
In this game, it's like, no, pick it up. And then you go in your inventory, and there's no hit F to vaporize all junk, or mark as junk and vaporize. It's right-click, vaporize. Right-click, vaporize. Virtually nothing stacks, except ammo and grenades, and, like, empty soda cans.
And empty chip bags. Don't forget empty chip bags.
The other thing, too, BioShock, you run across food, you're low on health, you just eat it.
Yep.
This game, no, you'll eat it when you want to eat it.
Yeah, you can eat it whenever you like.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my god. So they did not modernize the game.
No, they didn't
at all.
Not at all. It's still the original game, but it's got a new shiny new coat, and it plays. It just feels like they've modernized like movement and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
wondering, like, in the original System Shock, was it like this where you would look around and aim, or was it like Doom, where it didn't matter if the guy was above you or below you?
No, it was look around and aim.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the original System Shock, the entire window was like
small.
Maybe a quarter of the screen, like in the middle.
The HUD
and
was,
then your inventory was below that and everything. There you had a
Yeah.
bunch of other controls
because
on the
the
left and
graphics
the right.
were so advanced, they couldn't do full screen.
Yeah,
They had
otherwise-
to, like, minimize it with HUD stuff.
Yeah, because otherwise your computer would explode.
Yeah. The story's kind of interesting. Like, you find audio logs and everything like that. But again, it's such an old school game where it's like you find the note
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, we changed the door password. It's 721 now. So if you want to get in there, remember 721. And then you go to the door, and in a modern game it'd be like pop up 721.
Yeah.
Click it, or even whatever, or to be in your inventory or a note or something like that.
Yeah.
This, it's like, fuck, I found the note. What note was it? So
you
then I'm
gotta go
going
back
through the
through your
list and
notes.
trying to be like, was it this one? And I got to listen to this note again and be like, go through them all. And the way the menu worked for the notes is you can't click on them. I kept playing the same one when I clicked. I had to use the arrow keys.
Yeah.
And hit enter to choose the note I wanted to listen to.
I think that's a bit of a bug because if you're in your notes and you click on one, if you don't actually listen to the audio, then you can click on the other one and like look through the like what it says. But if you start playing one, then every other one you click, it'll just play the same one.
Yeah. The other thing was, I mean, I'm used to modern games, so I'm playing the game 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I died. Oh, redo it all. There's virtually no autosaving.
There is zero autosaving until you go into cyberspace.
Then
Once you
it'll
go into
autosave.
cyberspace, then it'll autosave. Yeah, you have to manually save.
Yeah.
Up until there's a point where you don't have to.
Well, then you find like the Vita chamber.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called, where it'll reassemble you if you die.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's one per level, maybe. I only found one in the med bay.
Yes, there's one per level.
And when you die, you respawn back there.
Yeah.
Which is fine
With
and dandy.
a random amount of health and energy.
Yeah, it's fine and dandy that way, but it also, it's sort of like the one time it happened to me, it kind of took me away from a cool set piece that was happening.
Yeah.
Because the point I died was at when I finally took out the AI cores, I guess.
Yes.
And then Shodan is like, well, fuck you. I'm sending everything I got after you. And there's all these bad guys coming at me. I'm like, oh shit, shooting them and everything. And then I died.
Yeah.
And then that was the end of it. I got reassembled.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to fight these guys.
You can go back there and fight
Well,
them.
I mean, yeah, but it was like a cool set piece that was happening to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of lost that sort of momentum that was going on for me there. But yeah, there was a few times where it was like, oh fuck, I didn't save. I have to repeat the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is just like, in a modern game, it'd be like, oh, you opened a door? Autosave. And it's also like, it's like, oh, you opened the wrong door and you don't have a gun? Well, he's going to shoot you. You're dead.
Exactly.
Like, there's no like hand holding at all.
Oh, you're out of ammo? Well, tough.
And then it would be like, oh, I've killed everyone on the level. I'm free to go around. But then it would be like, oh no, now they respawn some guys here that got me. I thought I cleared everybody out. Now there's a guy with a gun in here. Okay, great. I think I got it to a point where everything's dead on the level.
So once you get the Vita Chamber or whatever that is,
yeah.
If you don't have that, it respawns all the... that's what's making the cyborgs, is that thing. So once you have that under your control and you can respawn there, everything stops spawning.
Okay. The other thing too was like, there's like this main hub. Not really a main hub, but there's this one open room where you go into and there's like a turret that comes after you. And there's like, whatever, hallways going north, south, east, west, the gamma, alpha, delta quadrants, whatever. Yep. And I went back one time and there was like 4 or 5 cyborgs with guns coming after me. And I was like, fuck, I don't have enough ammo for this. It's like, okay, I have a frag grenade.
Yeah.
So I throw the frag grenade, blows them up. They're just chunks, right?
Yeah.
But when you do that, you don't get any loot. They're
sure
just
don't.
chunks.
They're just
Everything's
chunks.
destroyed. And I was like, wow, this is an old school game. The only thing I found was 1 damaged gun, but you can't loot their bodies because
there's no body to loot.
But in a normal game like Fallout, you find a little crumb and you can loot the body. So it wasn't hard, particularly.
No. The hard part is trying to figure out where the hell you're going, what you need to do.
Well, a lot of the time for me was looking at the map.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I've got a few cameras left I have to destroy. Where do I got to go? And I'd be like, oh, I can see that I went down a little ways of this hallway. It's not fully drawn in. And then I'd go back and it would be like, oh, this hallway had like nuclear waste in it that I was blowing up. And I had to wait for the radiation to go away.
Yeah.
So then I can go down there or whatever. Or then I'd look at the map and be like, oh, I've been everywhere. Oh, there's like one little door that I never went through. And then you have to work your way all the way back to the level, go through the door, and then you open the door and it's like a toilet. Okay, this is not where I need to go. So it took me 2 hours-ish to get through the level. I think I got to the next area or whatever.
Yeah.
But as I was, I finished off. I didn't go any further. You went further.
Yeah.
But I watched like our friend One in the Mosh play it on stream. And like in the first room, I was like, oh, I didn't get that upgrade. Like I missed that somehow. Again, in a modern game, it would be like, bing, 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 bing. You want to get
look
this
here,
right
get this
here.
thing.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
there is none of that in this game. There's no hand holding whatsoever. If you miss something, that's it. You missed it.
And the melee really blows.
Oh, the melee's awful.
Really blows. I did find the upgraded weapon. Like I had the pipe, but I found like the wrench or whatever. Yeah. That's the other thing too, is like they have you can vaporize to get parts or whatever, salvage. Or you can sell stuff to the recycler to get money.
Yeah. And you can sell that salvage.
Yeah, and you sell the salvage to get money. But it won't take everything.
No.
Like I found a new gun and it's like, no, I don't want the new gun.
Yeah.
You can't vaporize it. So like by the recycler, I just threw them on the ground.
Yeah,
that's chilling on the ground.
Yeah, I have a lot of guns around a lot of recyclers just chilling out.
So it was it was definitely interesting to go back to that kind of game play because it's been like forever.
Yeah.
Since I played a game like that.
Yeah.
Where it would be like, oh well, you died. Redo the level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're not going to tell you where you need to go, but you need to do it.
The worst part was, I went to I got off the med bay, went to the next area.
Yeah.
The elevator opens and there's like 3 guys attacking you immediately. It's like, fuck this game. Holy shit. So I kill them and I'm like, I'm low on health. I don't have much, I don't know, energy left, whatever. So I'm like, I'll go down, go to the med bay, heal up, get more juice, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go down to the med bay and then I'm looking at the map. And when you go back down to medbay, they're like, you don't need the icon for the elevator anymore. You've been in the elevator. You know where it is. But I don't know where it is.
I'm lost.
So I literally ran around the level for 30 minutes. Being like, where the fuck is the elevator? I cannot find it. And I'd go like down this way, that way. And I'd be like, I think it's around here. And I'm looking at the map and I just can't tell where the elevator was. So after like 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, there's the elevator. I can see where it is on the map, right?
Yeah.
So I go back, get in the elevator. As soon as I'm in the elevator, oh yeah, we'll show you where it is on the map.
Yeah, I think that's a bug.
Oh my God. I just was like, I cannot fucking believe I cannot find the elevator in this level. There was nothing to kill. I killed everything.
Yeah.
I'm just literally running around being like, where the fuck do I go? I cannot believe I'm lost. So
yeah,
that was the only part where I was like, fuck.
Yeah, on each level, your goal is to get the security to 0%. When you open the map, there's a little security and it has like a percentile.
Is another big thing that is in or BioShock, not the exact same thing, but in BioShock, you can like scan the camera and then you can destroy it or hack it.
Yeah.
If you hack it, it'll see the enemies and spawn the flying things to attack. But it's like exactly the same thing. When it sees you, it goes or makes the little noise, which is exactly what it does in BioShock. So that was very much like, oh fuck yeah, I can see where they got this from. Yeah.
And there's a bunch of puzzles that you can do.
Oh yeah, they don't give you any like the tutorial. They're like, there it is. No.
There's a PDF that you can open apparently that has tutorials on how to do on each
really?
puzzle. Yeah.
So there's a separate manual. Whoa, old school. Yeah, in a modern game, it would be like, here's the easy first one. Let's walk you through it. And this one, it's just like, you got wires, you got cables, just do it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Go ahead.
But like, the second one I did, I'm like, I solved it?
Yeah.
Like, it closed, so I must have done it, but I don't know what I did.
Yeah, and the puzzles are random, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the puzzles that you got are not the puzzles I got.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was like, I had wires to put them in holes and power was going through things and I'm moving stuff around, hitting switches, and it was just like, I was like, I guess I did it.
Yeah, there's a pipe dream style puzzle where you have to like get the whatever the energy from one square to the other square, just like move everything around. And then there's the wire puzzle where you have to like plug in different wires and like turn knobs to like get the right amount of power into the thing. Yeah.
I was watching one in Mosh play it. And he was the same as me, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it looked like he'd done it, right? Because there was like a meter that filled up with power. Yeah. And it was full, right? And he's like, I guess I did it. So he left and I sent him a message on chat like, no, it'll close when it's actually completed correctly. So it's not done. Yeah. And he went back and he like hit one switch and it changed the direction of the power and that was it. It didn't change the level of the power because the level was already full, but he had to send it another way or something. So very crazy. Yeah. But yeah, in BioShock, they have similar pipe dreams and everything like that. But they give you a tutorial. Yeah. To show you how you're doing.
No tutorial.
No tutorial.
And yeah, the key cards, there's a ton of key cards.
Yeah. Like and you just pick it, look at it. That's it.
That's it. Does this go here? I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't tell you anything. It's not like the doors are color coded or anything. Yeah. You'll just go to a door and you'll try it. Oh, it's locked. You go to the next time and he'll be like, boop, open it up.
Yep. We have a fellow in the chat playing with us, one in the Mosh. Yeah. And this is his impressions. I'll read them out. Okay. Very impressed with this game. I thought the keycard system would annoy me, but it's fine if you always loot goblin everything you see. Yes. It's cool that it's fully voice acted now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Shodan is not sure if that's how it was in the original too, but now I want to go back and give it another try to see the differences.
It probably wasn't, was it?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so. It might be. They couldn't even full screen it.
Right. It's a nice touch that the 3D models still have pixelated textures on them, and the environments keep the color palette and same aesthetic as the original. Yes. At first, I was confused that the AI cyborged a bunch of women, but all the cyborgs are dude-seeming. But then I realized that it makes so much creepier that it just made them all exactly the same. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you this, too. The main character's name is Diego.
Yes.
Is that where your name for your email came from?
No.
Oh, really?
I don't know where that came from.
Oh, okay. Because your Hotmail...
I know, it's Diego999.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, is that where that name came from?
That's just my throwaway garbage email now.
Okay, but when the name... I was like, oh, shit, is that where that came from?
And it's spelled incorrectly, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. You created it. Of course it's
Of course.
Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, oh, wow, is that what that's all about? Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's when you go into cyberspace.
Oh yeah.
Where it's all like Technicolor and it's all like 6 degrees of movement.
again, it was like no tutorial. So
No
it was like,
tutorial
what the fuck
whatsoever.
am I doing around in here?
Yeah.
You figure it out. I mean, whatever. But it was at times disorientating.
Yeah.
Because you'd like go through like the auto pipe sort of where it would like fly you through automatically. And you come out upside down or whatever and be like, where the fuck am I now?
There is no up, there is no down. It's literal
like,
wherever
I mean,
you feel.
Relative to the way I went in, I'm upside down, you know? But yeah, that part was, the controls were good. Very fluid and everything like that.
Yeah.
I never used any abilities in the cyberspace. I just shot.
Yeah.
I didn't use a decoy or anything like that.
I used a decoy, but mostly just shot.
I just shot. I just was like, whatever. The one thing I was missing was I was hoping there would be powers like BioShock. Like, sending out bees or something like that. But we used the little shock gun, so.
Yeah.
I'm assuming later there's different things that use your juice.
There is, yes.
Okay. But for GameClub, probably not a game that'll work for us.
No, because once the game really opens up, so there's many different levels you can go to, and you don't have to do levels in an order.
Yeah, which is what we were thinking when we looked at it. It's like, oh, there's 12 levels. Even at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Shodan's like, they're in med bay, and then you go to engineering, and then there's this, and then she lists off like 10 levels in a row, and I was like, oh, okay, perfect. But that's not really the way the game works, unfortunately.
No, you have to kind of figure things out as you go. So I've played a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, well, now I need to go here and this level and back to this level and up to this level and figure this out here.
Well, it's like, not even so much the, like, sort of structure to it as much as, like, when do you know you've played enough?
Exactly.
Like,
you don't.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. If I knew how the game progressed, I'd be like, okay, well, play up until you do this.
Yeah.
Or play up until you do this.
Which was easy for Medbay, because it's like the only thing you have options
That's the only thing. But now it's so open, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I know that I need to do this at some point, but how do I do that? I have no idea.
Yeah. And you could probably stumble onto other things before that and everything.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but it's just the way it is, really.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch up games for GameClub. Apologies to anyone. I mean, the game's still enjoyable.
It's extremely enjoyable.
Mikey T's maybe will be continuing to play on and can speak more about it. And if anyone that is playing it for GameClub wants to put in their 2 cents about it moving forward, we can definitely discuss what they have to talk about it, but we're not going to be doing it for GameClub.
Yeah. It's just too open-ended. There's no natural stopping points, really.
Exactly. So it sucks, but whatever. I enjoyed my time with it. I'll probably play more eventually, but if it's not for GameClub, I'll probably put it off to the side until...
Yeah, for sure.
It was super creepy, though. I was getting creeped out a lot. Like, sometimes the music just would ramp up, and I'd be like, oh my god, no. But the other thing, too, would be, in a modern game... I keep saying in a modern game, but like, if you were getting attacked by a zombie and the zombie music started... Basically, as soon as you kill the zombie, it would sort of like de-escalate down into regular music. Where in this one, it's like, no, the music's a minute and a half long.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play it for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So I'd start fighting one cyborg, kill him in 3 seconds, and it would keep going for a minute and a half. And I'd be like, okay, I need some chill music now. Thank you. But just hearing them like talking, like, yes, mother, I'll clear out the corridors for you, mother. I'm like, oh my god, where did that come from?
Yep.
Or just the like sort of feral cyborgs that are just like eating people and everything.
Yep.
Ugh, just the sounds were not good.
They're amazing, but yeah.
Yeah, they're good, but they're not good for your like I don't know, your heart.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I liked it. It's too bad we can't keep doing it.
No, I know. It's just, there's so many things you need to figure out. And then it's
It'd be like playing Assassin's Creed.
If you don't find the right audio log, you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, yeah.
Because the audio log and the digital log are the only way to figure out what the heck you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah, if you don't find the code, I wonder if you can just open a door if you Google the code.
Yes,
or if it's
I think they're all the same.
Well, I know some games like won't let you do it unless you find the thing.
No, you can randomly guess it.
I know in like Resident Evil, if you know the number before he tells you the number, he'll just say something like, "Aha, you're pretty tricky, aren't you?" But it won't be like initialized yet.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anyways. So I did a little looking around.
Yeah.
To see about games that we could do. I found a couple. I don't know if any of them would be interesting to you, but I'll tell you them anyway.
Okay.
So my lowest one on the list would be one of the Walking Dead ones, like season 1 of The Walking Dead. They're on Game Pass, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a narrative thing, but you could play like...
It's a choose your own adventure kind of deal. Yeah.
And they do have different paths, but I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah, okay.
But you sort of like two people being attacked by a zombie, and it's like, who do you help, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So there's different routes to go through the game. The only reason that's low on my list is because I've played through like half of the first season.
Yeah.
So I'd be replaying it. I wouldn't mind that, but that's low on my list.
Mm-hmm.
The next would be The Wolf Among Us, which is very
Same
similar,
kind of deal.
except it's like based off the Fables comic book. So it's like, imagine if Little Red Riding Hood was real and she lived in New York.
Yeah, I'd definitely be more interested in that one versus the Walking Dead one.
So that one, also I've played like a couple chapters of that one. So that's another one where it's like, I'll do it, but whatever. And the other one I saw on Game Pass was Coffee Talk, which is another sort of story-based. You're running a coffee shop in Seattle. People come in and you have to make them drinks, but also talk to them about their life or whatever.
About that one.
And I looked, and like to play through the full game, it takes place over the course of a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's divided between morning and night, and each sort of section lasts like 30 minutes. So you could play like, I think if you did 4 sections, that would be the whole game in 3 steps. So those were the main ones that I saw on there. I was looking at other ones too, like I saw Prey was on there, but then I was thinking Prey is probably like System Shock, where it's not level based, because it is a shock like basically. Yeah. So it probably wouldn't work too well. There's also Hellblade still on there, but I don't know if that actually has levels or not. I more looked at the sort of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Fable or whatever, Wolf Among Us and Coffee Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Those are what I sort of dug up anyways as options, and they're all on Game Pass, or they were free on the Epic Game Store or whatever, blah blah blah. So those are my suggestions anyways.
I haven't had the opportunity to take a look, but maybe I'll take a look and see.
Okay, we'll figure something out. We'll post on the Discord with a new
within a couple days here.
A new Game Club thread. Yeah. Just so we can talk about it. But yeah, unfortunately, System Shock will not work for what we like to do here.
Yeah, it's just going to be too difficult. But I'll, try and play through the entire thing and see if I have time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll probably play through it too, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to the end of this podcast. If you liked what you listened to, make sure you leave us a like, or you rate us, or you tell us how we're doing. Share us with a friend. That's the best thing you can do, is share us with a friend. Get us out there, and just keep on listening, especially on the RSS feeds.
Oh, yeah. And if anyone actually managed to listen to the Yakuza Special Edition podcast I made, let me know what you thought of it. It was 5 hours of Yakuza talk. Is that something I should do in the future? Like make a whole compilation? Or is that something that's just, who cares?
Yeah.
Let me know. It was just an idea I had to fill in the week since we didn't have a regular show last week. So I was enjoying my time when I listened to it anyways, but
there you go.
I don't know. I guess if I can't entertain myself, I can't entertain anyone. So.
I guess so.
Yep.
All right. We will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.
Bye.
Kisses.